So we are actually in Alabama's oldest state park. So right behind me, I'll show you guys in a second, is a fire observation tower. Only two built in Alabama. One is here and the other one is on Flag Mountain. So this whole park was built by the CCC, which is the Civilian Conservation Corps. If you haven't seen our video when we were at Petit Jean, you want to check that out because the CCC did a lot of work there too. They also did a lot of work in Texas. I believe they also did some work at Palo Duro. Check that video out too. Anyway, so this was actually built in 1933. It's a very, very cool structure, y'all. Check this out.
So here's the fire tower that Kris was just talking about behind us. So we're here at the highest point. It is 2,407 feet above sea level. That is a pretty cool fire tower. Looks like it's all made out of stone.
So here's your fun fact. At one point, the Cheaha mountain range was twice as tall as Mount Everest, which is 29,029 feet. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know how many years ago that was, but that's your fun fact for the day, kiddos. So the Civilian Conservation Corps was actually an initiative that was done after the Great Depression to give people work and to also do some really cool things in the country. So it ran from 1933 to 1942. And actually, fun fact, another fun fact, my grandfather was part of the CCC. I don't know what he did. My mom told me about it, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, and I never really got out of her. She may not even know what he did, but I think it's really cool my grandfather was part of this.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
Alright guys, if you come up to the top, make sure you bring a quarter because this lookout has a viewfinder that, if you have color blindness, it's got technology that lets you see color. I'm with two colorblind guys and they both forgot quarters. We got a creeper behind us. I'm a little scared of him. Actually, this is the Leave No Trace Pavilion. So Bigfoot has been doing it for years. They ask you to leave no trace in this park. So they ask you just to take what you bring. Don't leave any trash in the park. It's a good policy. So here's another fun fact for you. Cheaha State Park has been honored to be one of the 10 original Leave No Trace Gold Standard sites, which promotes environmental stewardship. It also promotes the natural features of the wild landscapes. So good for you guys, Cheaha State Park. Okay guys, we're starting on the Bald Rock Trail. This is about, I think it's somewhere around like a half a mile total. So let's go check out this trail. So behind me is a flag retirement vault. And what it says, I am the ashes from our American flag that has flown over a home or a business in Alabama. I can no longer fly. The sun, winds, and weather have caused me to become tattered, torn, and faded. I am no longer fit for proper display, but I have served my purpose. Lord, please look out for this beautiful place, respect it and love it as I do. Protect it from further development that I may never be disturbed. My name is Old Glory.
So as we're walking here through the Cheaha State Park, I found out that it is part of the Talladega National Forest. The Talladega National Forest is 256,000 acres that's spread out over 3 different counties here in Alabama.
So if you don't want to stay on the boardwalk, they do have some trails that are kind of in the woods a little bit. We're going to go try paralleling the boardwalk and just kind of see where it takes us. It is just about being in the woods. It is about being in nature. This is where I come to find peace. I'm telling you. The silence, the animals, the birds, just... Today, this is my church.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
So behind me is evidence of a fire. It could be a forest fire or a prescribed burn. A lot of times they do these prescribed burns to keep the underbrush down so that the natural trees can thrive and survive. A lot of times the underbrush will choke them out. Sometimes it's done to get rid of invasive species that have taken over an area. Not sure what this was, but this whole hillside has the remnants of a forest fire or a prescribed burn.
Look at this view! Isn't this great? This is giving me serious Petty Jean vibes. If you haven't seen our Petty Jean video, you want to check it out. We were there last fall. It is just stunning back here, you guys. And it was a gorgeous fall day. It's like 72, 73, and this is what I'm here for. All right, so we just read a placard here, and it says that the Earth has 3 trillion, that's T, trillion trees on it. That's more than all the stars in the Milky Way. I want to know who's counted all those trees. So the Earth has approximately 420 trees for each living person. Trees are pretty cool, y'all. They're very, very cool.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has so clear a light as any to see.
So we just finished our hike. We opted to go off the boardwalk on the way down, and we took the boardwalk back, but I stand corrected on a few things. It's 227,000 acres over 5 different counties. I think I said 250 over 3. So let's get it right, people.
So the Talladega National Forest was actually created by FDR in the 30s. And like I told you guys earlier, it was built by the CCC. And it is just gorgeous. If you guys ever get to this part of Alabama, you got to come check out Cheaha State Park. Okay, guys, we are out and about in Anniston, Alabama. We're going to try the Coldwater Mountain Brewpub today for lunch.
So come on in and check it out with us.
Got that feeling in your arms and knees, the kind of feeling where you simply freeze. Don't you worry, let me throw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck. You give everything so easily, but there are things you don't let people see. Open up and hammer down the wall, and all the fighting, and just let it fall. My love is real, and it's not just for the season. Here's what I feel, I don't need a...
Being a big sausage fan that I am, I got the smoked sausage platter. Very good.
All right, I got the Cuban. This is very large and in charge. Look at that, y'all. Look at that pork, that mustard, that ham. All right. Let's get into it. Oh my god. I'm dripping juices everywhere. It's really good.
Well, that's a wrap. Another great meal in the book.
So if you're ever near Anniston, Oxford, Heflin, Alabama, you want to definitely come check out Coldwater Mountain Brewing. My sandwich was fantastic, and it was like, I mean, some of the best pork I've ever had.
So you had the Cuban with sweet potato fries,
Yeah.
and I had smoked sausage with fries and slaw.
So good.
Really good. Well, good morning from Heflin, Alabama. We're wrapping up our stay here. Just about packed up, getting ready to roll out here in about an hour or so. But I want to give you guys a quick Q-tip for the day. Today's Q-tip is, we plan our trips backwards, so we know what time we're allowed to check in at our next campground, and we base that on when we leave the campground we're leaving. So we know how much our travel time is, how long it's going to take us to get from one campsite to the other. But with that being said, you can also check and see if someone's in your site the night before, and may be possible for you to check in a little bit early. But if you're trying to check in early, you need to confirm first, which typically you can do online to see if a campsite was available or if it was taken the night before, to schedule your drive time for the day, whether you can check in early or not. Sometimes your checkout times don't equal the drive time to your check-in time. So do what you can to make sure when you get to your campground, you'll have a place to hook up. Good morning. We are packing up and we are leaving Tallapoosa RV and Outdoor Center, and man, did we have a good stay here. It was a little hidden gem, a little surprise, and one heck of a visit here. So we're going to head further south into Alabama toward Eufaula. I got to get my crap together. I got to get this RV packed up, so I better get my butt in gear.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her.
The TPMS is saying that drivers outside is 59. Okay, so I just got a warning from our TPMS. I always turn it on before we leave, like half hour, 40 minutes before we leave, because in case there's an issue. Well, it just dinged me that one of the tires on the driver's side is extremely low. So I just let Mike know, and he's going to go check it out with the tire gauge. And if he has to add air, then we have time to do that.
Drive me so wild, just with that sweet smiling. There's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking.
Y'all, I love this vacuum. We had this same brand when we were in our Sticks and Bricks, and we have a Centrovac, but it's just such a pain to like drag in and out. So anyway, I got this. I got it originally from Amazon. They don't sell it anymore. Walmart had it. It was like $120. It's just a cordless rechargeable vacuum, and it does a really great job. Okay, so Mike came back in. Tire is low. This is one of the reasons we have the TPMS. I mean, it was probably almost half of what it's supposed to be. He probably would have seen it in a visual check, but thank goodness we have the TPMS. He's gonna go plug the power back in so he can inflate the tire, and then we can hit the road.
She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you.
So a few of you guys have said, why do you keep the cat food up on the dash? Well, the reason we keep the cat food up on the dash is because little Miss Piggy, Lily, would eat every single drop of cat food if it was on the ground. Even when we were in our house, cat food had to be up high, so little Miss Piggy didn't eat it all.
She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her mattress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl.
Clouds and thunders standing in my way, but I must try to figure it out anyway. Songs of worries travel with the storm, but I must try to figure it out alone. Yeah, I must try to figure it out alone. And now, ooh, when you're gone, ooh, I know things won't be the same no more, I'm sure. It'll take a while 'cause I'm still sore, yeah, now.
Right behind me, I'll show you guys in a second, is, what is this thing called? Okay.
The highest point here in the state park, which is an elevation of 2,400.
2407. I don't know what else is Leave No Trace.
It's the highest point.
Leave No Trace?
Oh, leave it right now.
Okay.
In Cheetah, how do you?
Cheaha. And it also promotes.
A lot of time they.
Okay, let me show this. I think it's like a half mile, maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe not. It's half a mile.
So Talladega.
The Earth has 3 trillion. That's T. Trillion T. Blah, blah, blah.
So if you're ever in town, where we at?
Coldwater Mountain Brewing. We'll leave Tallapoosa. Man, did we enjoy our stay.